In my quest to leave a mark on the culture and make hip hop proud, I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of The Essence. The Essence is presented by 10 TV, and I'm your host, KB Tyndall. Today, I have an eyewear designer and a jeweler that has worked with some of the biggest names in hip hop, and he's just getting started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Danny, otherwise known as the Cartier Doctor, to The Essence.
Yes,
what's going on, B?
Appreciate you guys for having me on the show, man.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely, man. My man Q reached out and I was like, yeah, let's make it happen, man, for sure.
Appreciate that. Yeah, bro.
Definitely,
definitely. we just doing what we do, We love what we do, and we got a lot of new things in the way coming.
Right. All right, let's get into it. First thing I want to ask you, because this is the platform is called The Essence. And for me, everything of The Essence starts with hip hop. So, like, what's your earliest memory of hip hop and the culture in general?
So I'm like, right now, obviously not right now, I'm 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in that type of age where I am a millennial, but I'm not.
Gotcha.
Because the people in my year which is 92. It was like the whole transition.
Right.
Because I had a beeper, but so did somebody that was born in 1980.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? So it's a little different conflict. But me growing up, what I remember, I would have to say, I was born and raised in Queens, and
Okay.
50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying was definitely
no doubt. What part of Queens you from?
I mean, we're originally from Brooklyn, but then we moved out to Queens. So now we in Forest Hills.
Okay, that's what's up. I grew up in Jamaica, Queens, Hollis to be exact. Yeah.
Well, my roots is from, Jamaica Coliseum.
Okay, the Coliseum Mall. All right. Yeah, definitely, no doubt. Okay, that's what's up. So growing up in Queens and growing up in Brooklyn, tell me about your neighborhood growing up and how that kind of like influenced you to get to where you are today.
I mean, basically, like everybody else, like that came to America. My family was immigrants. I'm the firstborn here. So what are they called? The first generation, more or less, in the country. So we started from the bottom up, And with that being said, we were living in not the best neighborhood, which is Starrett City, East New York.
Okay, I know exactly. Yeah.
So we know exactly what the struggle is, and when we moved here, we used to go to the good neighborhoods in New York and actually go to the garbage and see if like the cat, because like they have a little thing going on and they just throw it out because they got money.
Yeah.
So it was nothing to them, but to us it was like, oh, that's a nice couch, it's fresh.
Right.
Like TV stand, we could take that to the house,
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely know what struggle is, and we definitely worked our way up the ladder to get where we are today.
Definitely.
You will definitely see that in New York areas more than others.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time, you better be careful.
That's a fact. You walk down the wrong block, you got a problem. Definitely.
The beautiful thing about New York, it makes you street smart, whether you want it or not.
You got that right. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I know you started out with your family, Aviani Jewelers, and now you have your company, Jewelz for the Face, where you specialize in designer frames for high clientele, clients. Explain to me a little bit like how you started with your family, and then how you decided to come up with the concept of Jewelz for the Face and start your own brand.
So basically, when I was around 16 years old, I used to, after high school, I used to go to work in Aviani's part-time, learning the ground up, basics, how to write an invoice, how to deal with clients.
Right.
I was around a lot of big clients at the time, like rappers used to always come in, and movie actors and stars and athletes and everybody. So in the beginning, it was a little like, like I would show my friends like, oh, I just had 2 Chainz come in and do a team. You know, you all hyped up. Like, you would just took a picture with 2 Chainz, a French Montana, and all these other big names. So, and then a couple of years passed, and I'm like, you know, let me do something of my own. So I got into glasses around 19, but I had the fundamentals and the basics of the hustle. You know, buying product and you selling it for another price. You know, you're buying at one price, selling another price, and you just repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And I always liked like dealing with new people and, you know, like socializing and networking, and like, because, you know, people come in the store from all over, all wide, worldwide. You know, they come to the Diamond District. Oh, I heard about y'all. You guys, you know, have good work, and we want to work with you guys.
Right.
So the glasses game, which is similar. Why I got into the glasses game? Because I wanted my own lane. You know, today there's so many jewelers. You know, like Dave the jeweler, Danny the jeweler, this jeweler. Everybody just put a name, then they put jeweler, or they have a company, which is cool. But I wanted to do something more on the necessity. For some reason, I felt like jewelry, like, yeah, it's important and all, but I don't know. It's at the end of the day, jewelry is a luxury.
It is, absolutely.
You know, like, at the end of the day, like, you could walk out and not put on a chain and still breathe.
Right.
But if a person needs glasses, whether they have money or don't, they, you know, like, they're not gonna walk around blind. They're gonna get themselves, whether it's a basic pair or not, it's a more or less necessity.
Right.
But at the same time, it has fashion behind it, because you got all the designer names like Gucci frames, Versace frames, Cartier frames, Maybach frames. Every designer has its own frame collection. So I was always into like fashion, but at the same time, I wanted to get into something that's going to be always in need. So that's what made me get into the glasses field. Then, like I was telling you, I worked in Jamaica for about 6 years for a company out there. I managed a lot of the stores. And, you know, I gained my experience. And then once COVID hit, I came to my cousins. I'm like, look, man, you know, the Coliseum's closed. You know, everybody's not working no more. We were like operating, but slowly upstairs in the private room. And my cousin's like, why don't you come here? You know, as I told my, like, look, man, I got, you know, I have this much experience. I know a lot about glasses. I sold a lot of glasses, and why don't we try something out? I have a good idea. If you back me up, then let's do it. And he's like, all right, cool. We family, of course. Let's go. And from like 10 pair of glasses, believe it or not, from like 10 pairs, we are where we are.
That's what's up. That's dope, man. From the ground up. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. What do you think makes your brand stand out more than others? You know, considering that there's a lot of, you know, sunglasses designer and glasses designer. And I think I heard you say in an interview, you know, you actually wear glasses, so that makes it a little bit more intricate for you. So what makes your brand different from the others?
Well, the difference is right now, as you know, icing out the glasses is the most popular it's ever been. My company, we specialize in that. We specialize in all type of custom eyewear and icewear, you know, and we have, when you combine 2 of the best in the industry, which is Jewelz and Aviani doing the diamond work, you know, you're gonna get a beautiful product as the outcome. So the difference between us, I could do a video one day. I just don't want to put people on blast. You know, we actually took our time and effort and went through trial and error. You know, you go to a jeweler, yeah, they might have an iced out pair of Cartiers, but if something happens to it, they don't know what to do with it. If you want to put prescription, go to an optical store. Like, we just have a one-stop shop where people feel more comfortable coming for us because we have our own niche. We have our own specialty. You know, like other jewelers, they do sell the frames, but they don't have optical background. You know, I have an optical background and a jewelry background. That's why my company, I call it Jewelz for the face, because glasses are jewelry for the face. Before anybody your watch, your chain, they're gonna look at your glasses. Right?
Yeah, because they look at your face first. Right.
Yeah, you start talking, you're not showing me your wrist. You know, looking right at each other and we talking.
Right.
So I mean, what we do, I don't think any other company does. You know, We're a one-stop shop. We do A to Z, from lenses to repairs to prescriptions to frames to icing out, customization. We do glow in the dark lenses. We do very unique stuff. If you're ever in the area, you should come check us out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely. What's the process like in making a pair of frames? And what's the time that needs to be put into it? Tell us a little bit about that.
So basically, we could start from A, where you would come in and say, all right, how you doing? I'm here for a pair of glasses. First question will be, do you want it for fashion or do you want it for necessity? Do you need it actually to see?
Right.
Feel like, let's say, for example, it says, no, I want it for fashion. I seen your work and I wanna do something different. Then I ask them, what do you do for a living? You might be you might be in a place where it's not good to be flashy. Everybody's glasses has to be fit for them. Like, I can't take your glasses off your face and just put it on anybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like with anything else. But the process usually goes as follows. Very simple. We pick a frame, pick a nice shape, pick a color, no color, prescription, non-prescription, diamonds, no diamonds. And then a custom order anywhere can take from a week to 3 weeks, depending on how crazy we can get really creative. Really, there's really no options. It's really unlimited.
Okay.
We do all type of stuff: heart shapes, diamond shapes, octagon shapes. So it really all depends on what the client wants, and that will determine on how long the process will really take.
Okay. That's not a bad turnaround time at all. 3 weeks is pretty fast. Absolutely.
Pretty common time for anything custom.
Okay.
It's like custom piece will take anywhere from a month to 3 months.
Right.
Because you show a design to the client, he might be like, oh, it's too small, it's too big, it's too heavy, it's too light. And then they change their mind again. Like, I've been through it, man. Believe me. People,
I know you have.
Going through so much. It's like, oh, did I tell you that? Oh, can I change that? Is it too late?
Yeah. Definitely. So who do you draw inspiration from, man? Like, business wise, like did you have a mentor when you was coming up? Was it somebody that you watched throughout your career? Who do you draw your inspiration from?
There's a couple people. Obviously, one is Aviani. They're my family / backbone / people I've came up with, basically. Second is my boy Vintage Frames. I don't know if you heard of him. He's based in Canada.
Okay.
He has his own frame line, and he's a pretty humble guy, and I learned a lot from him. Third is Jacob and Co. He would probably be an inspiration.
Yeah.
I give my hat off for this guy. Like, he came here also with nothing, and he came up with a simple watch. Remember, the time zone was the time zone that he had it. Every rapper had it.
Definitely.
Made nothing into something. Literally, that watch was ran on batteries, if you remember.
Right.
It wasn't even a Swiss watch, and he grew tremendously. He's on a next level. Like, he's making collabs with Bugatti and Godfather, and so if you just follow his page, this guy is amazing.
Yeah.
He's a true artist, and he has a very, very, very unique skills, and he just is different than from everyone else. So he's definitely my truest inspirations.
Okay. All right. Well, we know, like, you work with some of the best, man. Ashanti, Bobby Shmurda, Fabio Foreign, 42 Doug. Most recently, you just did something for Jake Paul. You're in the process of doing something for Rowdy Rebel. I saw the Louis V's that you did for Virgil. Which one of those individuals, or not even those individuals, just in general, what was one of your most extravagant pieces that you've done?
Well, it's like the one you named, probably the Louis Vuittons. That was probably,
those were crazy.
Those are probably gonna go in the World Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, those were crazy.
I would have to say those, and they were the most expensive and the heaviest.
Yeah.
Known to man. Like,
okay.
We originally made it for Virgil as a surprise, as I was supposed to friend that knew him, and we were supposed to link somewhere. I was gonna take the glasses with me, present it to him. but unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch him soon enough before he left. But with that being said, we took it back. We just showcased it. It's an eye catcher because, you know what I'm saying, you're never gonna see that anywhere. People will come, is that real? Like it's so like it's hard to believe if it's real or not. I'm like, yeah, it's real. Can I see it? Can I take pictures of it? Yeah, sure. And then we end up giving it off to a private entrepreneur in Puerto Rico. And, you know, he just has a bunch of glasses, man. He's a big collector.
Okay. Got you. You know, in the sales industry, you know, you got to be a people person, and you got to make the customer happy. When you're dealing with celebrities, man, what's one of the most difficult things that you found about trying to make celebrities happy when they're coming in to buy a product?
I mean, with celebrities, it really depends on them, more or less. Some are more Hollywood than others, you know, and they really learn from, I would say, out of my experience, from other people's experiences.
Okay.
You have another guy that does the same thing you do, and they're offering something, you know, for free, for example, then as human nature, they're gonna probably even though you might be better. But it's just like, you know, like, why not? You know, that's I got to this level in my life where I could take advantage.
Right.
You know, use the status as my advantage. Probably one of the hardest things you got to really deal with, but I can't say for all. You know, it all depends.
Okay.
Otherwise, most of my clients, thankfully, they were all like, we clicked good, and you know, I love that they supported me and they chose my company and my brand to actually come and spend some time and let me give me the opportunity to actually get their vision right, you know, the right way.
Right. And it's kind of like they kind of know what they're coming for. You know what I mean? They know what you bring to the table, you know, so that makes it a little bit easier, I would think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, once they see it, they were like, I never knew I could even like go so far, you know, like with the Jake Paul glasses, we did something very unique that is a one of none. He's the only one with it. It's all emeralds down with baguettes, clean, clean stones. We have the custom 3-tone pink with the problem child and the boxing gloves glow in the dark. He loved it. It was good for press. Connor commented about it, and then they were just going back and forth, you know, regular Jake Paul shit, you know.
Yeah.
We have another one coming out for him right before his fight. Shout out to Jake Paul, man. I hope he beats his. We're gonna be there, man. Square Garden.
That's what's up. Definitely. What are your thoughts on New York's current hip hop, man? Who are you checking for right now?
I mean, right now, I mean, my like people. Listen, I support who supports me. A. B. I can't say I'm old school because I'm only 30 years old, but I have old soul. I remember old school rap, and it's different, you know. I like the drill music, but I'm not crazy about it.
Okay.
You know, I like J.I.'s flow, the Prince of New York. J.I., that's my boy. He's really good. He mixes like the old school with the new school. Like he got his own. He got a good management. Gabby, shout out to G Star Management.
No doubt.
Real 100%. But you know the crowd is going for Fabio.
Yeah, Fabio's heavy right now.
Yeah, Fabio's heavy, and he's also a really humble dude. I respect him a lot. I remember him when he was still coming up. Right after Big Drip, that's when I was like next to him.
Right.
And he was funny. He's like, once you make these glasses, you know, his favorite word is viral. So you're gonna go viral. He's like, I promise you that. And he kept his word.
Yeah.
I didn't have to tell him. Usually, like, you know, you're upcoming businessman, you know, you need some promo. You ask him, hey, listen, man, can you repost? With him, it was none of that. Made the glasses. He was happy right away. He took his phone, took a picture, tagged me. I went viral.
That's dope. When they stand behind their word, man.
He's winning. He's winning because he's winning because he is that humble and he takes care of his circle and he's a man of his word.
Genuine dude. It's a genuine dude.
Exactly. Yeah. To find the industry is not that easy.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
No, he's doing his thing, bro. I respect that. He's doing his thing. You know, there's a couple other artists in New York that are also doing their thing. Bobby Schmurda also is on the upcoming heavy. You know, but I like lyrics though.
Yeah, you like me. Yeah.
Today, music's all beats.
Mm-hmm.
And my beats more than the actual lyric. You know?
Right.
Like I grew up listening to Jadakiss, Nas, you know, like Eminem, 50 Cent, who else? I would say the closest to them in today's day is probably Dave East.
Okay.
You know, Dave East very strong lyrically. Fabulous is one of my all-time favorite rappers.
Fabulous classic.
Yeah, and he's also a cool dude. Me and him spoke. We're trying to make something happen for him real soon. We got Rick Ross mix. We're about to do some custom Maybach glasses. You know, he's all about the Maybachs.
Mm-hmm.
So we doing some stuff in the works. You know?
That's dope.
As far as Fabio, J.I. in his own sound, but everybody got their place, you know, like they all winning. Period.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me, you know, about like some of the sacrifices that you had to make or some of the shortcomings that you experienced on your journey to get to where you are right now. Or even some of the things that you had to go without because you wanted to invest in your artistry.
A lot, man. I risked myself. I put myself in places that I could have got hurt, you know, or something bad could have happened. Sleepless nights, man. You know, basically, I just had a goal, and I wasn't gonna give up till that goal was accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Willing to go through any obstacle. You know, I wouldn't see my wife, my kid. I would travel a lot. You know, not sleep, go from city to city, place to place, meeting to meeting. You know, you obviously have to learn how to say no to yourself to come get a better outcome. You know today, and then God will say yes tomorrow. That's the way I look at stuff.
That's dope. Oh. I heard somebody say, I forget who it was, but I heard him say sometimes you got to learn how to say no because yes is expensive. You know, when you're talking about your time and your energy, you know, if you give out a whole bunch of yeses, you're not gonna have anything left for yourself. So sometimes, you know, you got to do that. Absolutely.
Oh, the biggest luxury in the world is time. People fail to that. Money comes and goes. Your time will not come and go. Once it's your time, you're not coming back.
That's it. You can't get it back. Absolutely. You know? Absolutely. As a designer, man, what do you want to do to push the culture to the next level with what it is that you do specifically?
I'll give you guys a sneak peek. You know them Crocs?
Yeah.
The Crocs. Did you notice them recently? They have like a new thing where you could accessorize them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put like anything. Like you could print out your name, your logo.
Yeah.
All these kids and even adults.
Yeah.
They got like accessorized Crocs. So we try to do something like Jake Paul's gonna be the second. Jake Paul got 2 pairs. So the second pair Jake Paul's getting is very unique. So it's taking a little bit more time. We are gonna be basically accessorizing the lenses. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
I want to, but something very different that's never been done before. And that's what I'm going to be changing the market in the optical industry / jewelry industry / culture. We're going to do something that's never been done before. Jake Paul is going to be the first one to have it. And then from there, God willing, it should make noise and, like Vavio says, go viral.
Go viral. That's what's up. The last 2-part question. It's just like 2 questions in one. But what does the jewelry industry mean to you, and what does hip hop mean to you?
Well, they go hand to hand. Hip hop has always been about jewelry, and jewelry has always been about hip hop. Because every rapper is going to sing about VVS buffs, VVS watches, VVS chain. Shout out Aviani, shout out this jeweler, shout out that jeweler. You know, it's basically just letting the public know what is jewelry. Do you know what jewelry like symbolizes?
I mean, it symbolizes a lot of things. I mean, in hip hop, it symbolizes wealth.
In hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
right? People know I'm a rapper.
Right.
But my jewelry has to speak rapper. And how does that happen? It needs to dance. The diamonds need to dance. You need to go into a place and I don't need to talk.
Right.
My jewelry is going to talk for me. My glasses will talk for me. Anywhere I go, it'll be any part of the world, I'm going to get a compliment from my glasses. Or people going to... There was a time I was literally standing somewhere and this guy kept looking at me. And I'm thinking, like, does this guy know me? Like, why does he keep looking? Maybe he's gay. Maybe he likes me. Maybe he likes my glasses. Maybe I'm getting all these crazy thoughts. Maybe he's trying to rob me.
Right,
What?
Yeah.
And then after 5 minutes, he approaches me and he's like, I can't stop looking at your glasses, man. You know, like, that's what jewelry and good pieces should be, making that affect people. Like, people should come up to you and give you a compliment. That's why I think jewelry and hip hop will always be together, because hip hop is all about the lavish life, the girls, the cars, the clothes, the lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's what they're rapping about their life.
It's been that way since the 80s, man. It was always about jewelry and hip hop. Always. Yeah, absolutely. So that it's like a marriage made in heaven, man.
Man,
Absolutely.
First place they're gonna go is the jeweler.
Absolutely.
Not to go get a jet or Lambo. Nah, man. I got my first check.
Gotta get my jewels right.
Yeah, I'm going to get my glasses and I'm good. After that, we could do whatever you want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, Danny, man, thank you so much, man, for taking your time out to do the Essence, man. We really appreciate you, man. We appreciate what you do, what you've done. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing more, man, of, you know, what you got on the horizon, man.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you having me, man. It means a lot. Hopefully we'll speak soon. And like I said, man, anytime you're in the New York Diamond District, stop by. Come check us out.
No doubt, man.
You're always welcome.
All right.
Have a good one.
All right. Peace.